Hello everyone, welcome to Gen U according to CD, that is Government of National Unity. I'm so sorry that today I could not post. I was super busy. Okay guys, let's get into today's video. I do not want to be misconstrued out of context regarding what I'm going to say here. You know what, in as much as what the ANC Youth League should be commended, it's a little too late. And the other thing that I'm also trying to understand, have they gotten the memo from their mother body, who is adamant that foreign nationals should be treated humanely? When I say humanely, they are saying, this is the ANC, by the way, that all of these deportations are against their policy as the ANC, African National Congress, on the grounds of humanity. And they are saying that Ubuntu needs to be practiced and all that nonsense that they are saying. And then we have the ANC Youth League that takes to the streets to make the fools out of the people of South Africa, particularly the parents that lost children because of the ANC's callousness. We saw them, I don't know what charade that they were doing at the stock exchange about 2 weeks ago. I mean, if the ANC Youth League really cared about the youth of this country, we would not have 33.5% of unemployment rate, especially the over 60% of unemployment of the South African youth if the ANC Youth League was active. Now they are demanding, listen to this, they are demanding government positions, meaning that they want to be in parliament, they want to be in the provincial legislatures, they want to be in council houses, they want to be part of the executives of parastatals of this country, all because they want to go eat. They couldn't care less about the youth of South Africa and their plight. And then now we are having foreign nationals selling expired food to the children of this country. And now they want to walk out wearing proudly the ANC Youth League t-shirts and regalia to say, hey, South Africa, look at us, we care. No. We would not be in this situation if this ANC Youth League was as active as they are purporting to be right now. They come from these communities. It's not like they have not seen Pakistanis and Bangladeshis, Somalis coming into their own communities. The very one that they're busy marching at. Where were they? Why did they not ask questions about the immigration laws? And wait a minute, does the immigration law allow these people in my neighborhood to open a tuck shop? No, instead, guess what they were doing? They were calling them my friend. Oh, my friend. Oh, my friend is busy poisoning your community's children, and you're busy calling them my friend. And now that this is happening, suddenly now you want us to believe that you care? No, ANC Youth League does not care. Just like the economic freedom fighters do not care about the people of this country. The sooner that the ANC, the South African, in fact, the South Africans, mostly South Africans, and when I say South Africans, I'm also talking about our parents, our uncles, our aunts, our elderlies in the communities, because seemingly they still believe in the ANC. And some of them, not because they believe in the ANC, it's because they're fearful that if the ANC is going to be removed from power, they are going to lose their grants, which is a total lie. South Africa is a social democracy. And part of the social part of our democracy is to provide, is to provide social grants to the elderly, to the people living with disabilities, to the children, as well now unemployed people of South Africa. Speaking of unemployed people of South Africa, I don't know if you guys watched in the news, those two students from UCT, I think, that discovered that the Department of Social Services probably is using your ID. You need to go and check if your ID is not being used to collect 370 Rand. Please make sure that you do that. And once again, all these rot happened under the African National Congress. Clearly, they are not reading the room. Right now, we're busy chastising and calling for the officials at Home Affairs to be locked up, but the Social Services Department is continuing with corruption. They are using our identity documents so that they collect these 370 rands without our knowledge, using our IDs. So that means now not only we have to go and find out if some Nigerian married you, now we also have to go find out somebody is taking 370 rand in my ID without me knowing about it. They are not listening. You know why they're not listening? Because the ANC is not being harsh. They are still saying, oh no, we need to, in fact, the part that really drove me up the wall was the officials of Sassa saying that those two young men should have consulted with them before going public. I mean, hello. Which government department, when you call the toll-free number, they actually answered? That also includes 10111. I will wait. So now these young men don't know these executives that is supposed to have gone to. The only port of entry, it is these toll-free numbers. Somebody did pick up and somebody said, oh no, we are going to get back to you in a speed of light. 2 weeks later, nobody came back. What were they supposed to do? Now that the matter is in the public eye, suddenly they are crying foul that these young men should have spoken to them first. Okay, if they spoken to them first, what were they going to tell them? Don't take this to the media. We are going to solve it. And 5 years later, they're still solving it. If not, delete these two young men, because this is corruption at its core. And there are people that were going to collect 370 rand, probably out of hundreds of thousands of IDs, opening different bank accounts, which also questions our intelligence. And I'm talking the Department of our Intelligence. Now, all these bank accounts are being opened. All right, they are being opened, but the cell phone number does not match the person, because we RICA our cell phone numbers, don't we? Am I missing a point here? Who is exactly supposed to RICA their SIM cards and who is not supposed to RICA their SIM card? Because the intelligence department is supposed to pick this up and say, wait a minute, this person is applying for 370 rand under this ID, yet their RICA information and the cell phone number that they open this bank account with is different. Right? Is that how things supposed to work, right? But no, our intelligence is sleeping on the job, guys. That is why corruption in this country continues to be rife. And that is why we're going to continue having the ANC Youth League, whom, by the way, is supposed to be embracing these two young men that discovered this corruption. Work with them and call for Sassa, the entire Sassa officials, to be suspended, and let's start from scratch. Those that have done this be sifted out, arrested, prosecuted, and throw away the keys once they are convicted. But no, they are waiting on their laurels until somebody says something, and then they want to come and hijack that program and make it the ANC Youth League one, or the EFF for that matter. I mean, this is sickening. We cannot be living like this and be made fools of. ANC Youth League, what you are doing, I don't think South Africans take you seriously. Honestly speaking, where have you been all this time? Where have you been? Why have you been quiet in your own communities? Naledi community, ANC Youth League is there. Everywhere else, the ANC Youth League is there. And I'm sure there were some people who may have gone to complain, but they were not listened to. But you are the same people who want to go to council houses in 2026. I hope that the community of Naledi and Soweto as a whole does not vote ANC as a whole, including the EFF, because they are so adamant about foreign nationals to remain in South Africa. Undocumented. Not so long ago, their leader, I'm talking now EFF, said, oh, we need to find a way of legalizing them. They are here already. And I'm like, no, what you are saying is, because I've been fighting their cause, let's legalize them so that they repay me by voting me into power in 2029. That's exactly what Julius Malema is saying. But now he wants to act like he is some kind of a hero, and South Africans must just accept. That they are, no, no, no. Who invited them in the first place? Who invited them in the first place for them to be dumped down our throats? That cannot be. It cannot be, Julius Malema. So people, South Africans, just be careful. Be careful. I know I'm going to have the cult members of the EFF coming at me. I know. Because that is how they are tuned. They are tuned that way. And yet their communities are just as affected as the rest of us. Their children also potentially could be poisoned by the spaza shops in their communities while they're busy fighting South Africans who are saying, let's have law and order. And to have law and order is to deport those that are illegally in South Africa, your own country. And screw this so-called African unity. It's not going to happen here in South Africa. Pan-Africanism is nothing but a scam, period.